Y'all already know we got to put this 1.25 though.
You probably gave someone PTSD.
100% I did. 100% I did.
So what is that? How many people is that?
I tried over 100 people. With the
Okay, go back. Just go back. Just go back.
listen. I don't know. He's too jacked. He's in the joint. You got a picture over here. Come on up.
Okay.
You.
In between?
Something about you. But I think there's a little violence there. You stay right there. If I put me about, I'll swap you. Yeah. Okay.
Normal, please. Why can't you not watch sped up? Put it in 2x. Philip want it even faster. Pause. No Diddy.
All right, that's fine.
Get in here.
I think the girl at the end is probably unsuspecting. You'd probably be over here a little bit more.
What crimes have you committed? Are you the feds?
You don't anything too crazy.
Too crazy, right?
48 minutes? Yeah. Is that crazy, Emily? Should I skip the appearance ranking? I don't get it though. Who committed the worst crime? What am I watching? Should I just skip to when they start talking about it?
I'd come to you guys' side. Quiet ones always did a lot of times, so you haven't said a word. So, so you're probably in the right spot.
I'm just thinking. I'm trying to think it's like a
No, we're not the feds. We need to have an ADHD test.
something about it.
No, I know I got
You
ADHD.
know, the tattoo, the way you talk. I'm not sure about you down there. You know, you're gonna move over here.
All right.
You want to switch with me? Okay.
Let me see those tattoos.
My tattoos?
Yeah, let me see
Let's
them.
bake cookies by campfire and kiss.
Over
here.
Let's time you out
Over here, right?
real quick. Yo, mods, get
Tall
him.
guy with the hat. That's a drug charge.
Almost deaf got ADHD. Yeah, I definitely do, bro.
Serious if it was
I'm
me.
with you. It's drugs. Who cares about them?
Let's see. Anybody did enough time to have face tattoos?
I actually got a face tattoo.
Oh, wait.
Right here.
Oh, it's covered up. You cheating.
Sometimes, like, I'm telling you, there's that twerk. You're like a serial killer. Oh, you could have been.
Could have been.
It's just that click. You know, it's like, I would have a drink with you.
I'm just that as a compliment.
You gotta.
All right, who y'all think the worst? Who y'all think committed the worst crime? Nah, Emily, 48 minutes is crazy. Who y'all think committed the worst crime? Low key, this old bro. I'm not gonna lie. He looked like he was a fucking mob boss or some shit. He ordered hella hits, yo. And he old, so he could have served mad time. I feel like he did some OD shit. Not gonna lie. I feel like that old definitely did some OD, bro. These two. Hold on, let me move my cam so I can see. This. He probably did some weird shit. I don't know. This. It's probably him. I go black dude second. No racist. The girl definitely killed someone. She looked. Which girl? This one? I go 1, 2, 3. She looked like she didn't do nothing bad. This look too. I put him at like 6.
You go up there right now.
5.
You get me a little nervous.
Which side?
Nah, she gotta go down on the list.
Top, you stay right there.
There's only one girl.
Much of a ser-
All right, bro. Let's skip to when they just share your crime. Hell no. Whoop. They put the black dude at 1? Yo, that's gotta be racist. Why he won? Nah, come on, fuck that shit, bro. He ain't even do what? He look innocent, bro. Oh, nah, that's fucked up, bro. The one black they put on a Jubilee video, they gonna say he the worst one. Wow. Nah, yeah, spam up the BLM in the chat, bro. Black Lives Matter, bro. This is crazy. Whole time it's gonna be a white dude.
Are you sure?
Nope.
Absolutely not. We're gonna lock this appearance right here.
That's fucked up.
I was charged with misdemeanor DUI with injury.
I was charged with delivery of heroin, conspiracy to distribute heroin, and drug delivery resulting in death.
I was charged with burglary of a dwelling and theft.
I was charged with organized fraud and grand theft.
I was charged with the RICO for armed robberies. And
What the f? This nigga with a RICO?
more.
I was charged with conspiracy to trafficking, and RICO for cannabis.
I was charged with
Trafficking what?
aggravated assault, attempted murder on a witness, murder, conspiracy, and gun charge.
Got a group of villains in this shit. My fault. Yo, maybe the racist niggas was right. Murder, nigga? This nigga got a RICO, trafficking, murder, grand theft, distributing death? What the what? Okay. Yeah, my fault, yo. Hey, y'all racist niggas right, man. Maybe we need to start being racist again.
You gotta go, Pop. At least serious. You gotta go down to the end. He's gotta go all the way to the end.
She's gotta go up there.
I think she should go second because her crime.
Nigga, his shit was trafficking. Wait, what does trafficking mean? I don't want to be dumb, but what's a RICO? Yo, RICO is like a government case. Like they put hella shit against you. Like they rack up hella charges and put it in one. It's usually the federal government who does it. Human trafficking? They just put the nigga with human trafficking at the bottom? It could be other things besides humans. Okay, maybe it's drugs or some shit. So let's kill RICO? Stop. You can traffic anything? Okay. As long as it's not niggas.
I think you should go third.
What was his shit again? DUI?
My
Was it your shit Grand Theft Auto? And her shit was this. Isn't this the nigga with the RICO? They put DUI over RICO, nigga?
personal thought is this was an accident. Dude gets high or drunk, crashes, it results in an injury, which sucks. It's not an intent behind that. He wishes that day didn't happen. You made a choice.
That's what I'm saying. That's least
you made it exactly. So
you got to get back
I
here.
think you're back over here. I think you, personally, if you take a gun or a weapon and try to rob someone, armed robbery is serious. That's like you make the wrong move and dude's dead. So I think yours is a lot more thought out. Bad idea. I think I'd put you over heroin.
Heroin.
Yeah, heroin. In my opinion, heroin's not a big deal. So I'm with you.
Heroin was not a big deal, nigga. Her shit was literally killed somebody with drugs.
I'm like, okay, drug people are down here.
I think what the intent, that is what criminal law should be based on. Willful behavior. Accidents, that's a different thing. Because you didn't like get behind the wheel of a car and said, today's the day I'm gonna hurt someone.
Right.
But if you think about serious, this could be an accident, but it's a really serious accident and 5 people get killed.
Yeah, I see how there's some stupid
serious,
niggas.
right?
Yours?
Yeah.
Organized fraud.
Oh, fraud. You're going down there. You're over.
Fraud? Yeah, I put fraud at the bottom, nigga. Fraud? You just scamming niggas. These niggas got niggas killed.
Guy in the black shirt. This is good right here.
So fraud, in my opinion, is worse than drugs. So this girl's got to come in front of this girl.
Fraud is worse than drugs?
All the way up there.
Yeah, I still agree with that.
You need to go to number 1.
For real?
No, number 2. Yeah.
I agree with that.
Because I wholeheartedly agree. You should not have been delivering drugs.
Okay, but what about all the times that I overdosed, but someone was there to Narcan me? Okay, so then you just admitted that my choice to use drugs was my choice.
It is a choice,
and therefore
but
my responsibility.
I understand. My mother died of a drug overdose too. Hey, she shouldn't have been doing drugs. I think that your crime is terrible. Like, you should.
Wait, why they going in on them? Yeah, they arguing and shit. Nigga, y'all all fucked. I don't think the drugs should be that high. I mean, she killed somebody. Why are you dealing heroin? That's weird.
Shouldn't have been selling drugs. So I think you belong in number 2.
So you think drugs are a serious crime?
I do.
Okay, that's just a matter of how we grade seriousness. Drugs to me is not serious, so I think.
Nigga, is that Tyler Hero?
Robberies, guns,
You know you just call her Tyler Hero, bro.
murders, all that kind of stuff. A little bit hard. That's serious.
Her choices killed someone. No, when autonomous adults consent to the risk in the behavior they are engaging in. And under that, I would actually be less serious than him because
She defended herself a little too hard. I mean, that's fucked up. You kill somebody with drugs, that's fucked up. I don't think it's worse than fucking
I would low-key hit girl in the black and white dress. LeBron at the far right.
Alright, bro. Y'all niggas. That nigga had a RICO. She not going above no RICO case, bro. I would say, I don't know, cause she got somebody killed. But you dealing heroin to addicts, that's different. Like if it was weed, okay. But you can't.
Jamal Murray cooked Austin Reeves so bad he got on a Jubilee vid.
Alright, y'all niggas got jokes, bro. Alright.
person he hit did not consent to the risk. They were out walking or driving their car. They weren't engaging in a dangerous behavior.
I'm with you 100%. And fraud, that's way worse than
it is.
I'm willfully going to get drugs.
I think this is which. I think this is which.
I don't agree.
Nigga, I think it depends on the drug. Heroin.
Every drug should be legal. I don't care about fentanyl should be legal.
If people could get fentanyl from a pharmacy, they wouldn't die because they would be able to dose. Fentanyl is in every hospital every single day. People don't overdose and die from fentanyl in a hospital. Why is that? Because people know their dose. You can be precise. The issue, why
not gonna lie.
Nigga, is that Jeff Hardy?
I'm not gonna lie. They might need to put her back in jail. I don't think she served enough time. I don't think she learned. What the fuck are you talking about? It should be fent should be available at pharmacies. Nah, they need to put her back in that shit.
People die from drugs is drug prohibition. That's it.
I know that. To me, it's not serious. It's a choice by everybody involved.
These niggas arguing for fent to be legal.
In any one way or another, it's serious. So I think this is pretty looking good.
These niggas did not serve enough time, bro. I promise you.
Then accidents of whatever kind, even if they resulted in injury or
I was
death,
in so much pain they gave me fent and that shit went away.
That are, like,
no, please
non-violent,
don't
that
do
didn't
that
hurt someone,
again.
Where drug distribution wasn't willful?
This is like, I mean, I don't think prostitution should be illegal because that is consenting. If it could be regulated, there wouldn't be abuses, there wouldn't be pimps.
Can't die for consenting to have sex, but okay.
But it's a consensual transaction between adults.
Did she just say prostitution should be legal? These niggas go and cry for crime. Literally, child. Wow. Nah, these niggas really some criminals, I'm not gonna lie. She going a little too hard for this drug shit. She might need to go back in there. She really thinks she did nothing wrong.
But it's illegal. Are you saying that the criminal law as written in the United States is infallible and perfect?
No.
Because like being a lesbian could have got me sent to prison in previous decades. Criminal law is a construct, a social construct.
Is she off some shit right now? She's low-key tweaking. Is she off that heroin shit right now? Look at her eyes, they're red. And she's yapping crazy.
Varies by county line? How arbitrary is that? That the side of a county line you're standing on
nah, she
could
on
be the
something,
difference
bro.
between probation and 20 years.
I'm agreeing. Anything time you got a choice to do what you want. But it's a choice. Everybody has choices, man. You got to someday say, hey, fuck it, I fucked up. And change if you want to. If you don't want to change, that's your own business, you know? But you can do that, is what I'm getting at.
She tripping. Personal story.
When I was a kid, I was, a little street dealer. I moved up, and I wound up moving to Florida, and it was closer to Colombia and Jamaica. My main thing was to figure out how to get cannabis from there to here. And I wound up, doing a couple little airplane deals, then big boats, and then bigger airplanes, and it just wound up just getting completely out of hand, It was nonstop for years and years, hundreds of thousands of pounds of cannabis, actually. And then, I got arrested. I went away for a couple of years.
Hundreds of thousands of pounds?
And then got arrested again. I was set up by a friend of mine. He had owed me some money for an airplane that he had stolen from me and crashed.
I could put flag at the end getting away with a
He put
RICO.
it together with me to get me into doing it because I told him like 4 or 5 times, no, I don't want to do that. No, I'm done with that. 3 years in prison was enough for me, He kept hounding at me, and I wound up borrowing some money from some people that I
Setup is tough. Nah, that's tough.
shouldn't have. And when they wanted it back, that's when he got me to conspire.
What if Kill Crew started
a
moving
reverse
pounds?
thing.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I've been watching Snowfall. I just started Snowfall.
Why is my grandpa there?
I just started Snowfall. Don't spoil. Please don't spoil. But that shit low-key made me want to become a drug lord, yo. Y'all think I could do it? I low-key think I could do it.
Is what they called it. Where the police set you up.
Y'all think I could be a drug lord, chat?
They had a hold on me real good. I made all my time in prison good. I didn't waste any time with anything that I did in there. I tried to stay positive
BMF,
all
what's
the
that?
time I was in there. I tried to help as many people as I could.
I snitch on you. I know you would. You a bitch.
Especially youngsters, that I would try to get them out of what they were doing.
So when I was 19, I had just gotten prescribed Xanax that day. So I ended up taking 15, and I had gone to sleep, and then
Yeah, no, I didn't hear that right, did I?
ended up taking 15. I'd just gotten prescribed Xanax that day. So I ended up taking 15.
15 Xans, nigga? He gotta be lying, right? How the fuck is he alive? 15 Xans?
And I had gone to sleep and then woken up early in the morning to drop off my friend at his house. When we pulled up to the first stoplight, I actually fell asleep. And he had woken me up and asked me like if I wanted him to drive. And I told him, no, I'm good. I can drive. I'm perfectly fine. Probably no less than like a minute or two later, I was going down a hill and I hit a tree and flipped my car. We were both not injured from the car accident, but he ended up getting an injury from kicking out my windshield. He had scratched up his entire leg, had to get stitches on his leg, and that's why it was an injury, with a DUI with injury.
So my best
Okay, so realistically, his shit not that bad. Because he had taken 15 Xans. First off, why the fuck are you taking 15 Xans? That's actually insane. I don't know why he would do that. But it was like the next day. It's not like he popped them shits and went. It's a whole next day after. He got a chrome hat. I even peeped that shit. Bro survived 15 Xans. Yeah, he's different, bro. His shit realistically probably the least worse. The least, like...
He needed that cause Jamal Murray giving him belt to us.
Because he just crashed and fucked up his whip.
Friend and I, we both got into OxyContin, and then they cracked down on OxyContin prescribing, so all of a sudden it was like $100 a pill, and people were scrambling, and we switched to black tar heroin. And, you know, it took a few years before I actually got like real bad in addiction. Like, both he and I, we wanted a better life. Like, we didn't want that, but addiction is hell, you know?
Why y'all saying
in
oxy
that
fire
time,
emojis?
my friend Justin, he was going to jail, and he got out. He was trying to do the recovery thing, but he just couldn't manage it. So within a couple months, he relapsed, and he texted his drug dealer to deliver him a gram. And on the way to deliver it, his drug dealer got a flat tire. And he knew that I lived with a drug dealer. And so that night, he was going to be dope sick. And he had to go to work in the morning or else.
Dope sick is a phrase commonly used within the opioid community to describe a painful and physical and psychological agony with the experience of quitting drugs.
He's going to violate
All right, nigga, it's not me. Can y'all stop spamming Justin?
Parole. And so he texted me asking if I could middleman a gram. And I did. He came over to my apartment. I asked if he wanted to stay and hang out. And he said, no, I got to work in the morning. And
that's why you don't stream.
He left. And because he was right outside of Multnomah County on the Washington County line, he overdosed and died that night alone in his bedroom. And Washington County at that time was...
Okay, that's not that bad. I mean, she gave her mans a gram of heroin. That sounds crazy to say, that's not bad, but it's not like she was a known drug dealer, like, doing that shit. I feel like she could be capped, though, because, nigga, what are the chances the one time you give a nigga drugs, they die? R.I.P. Justin, okay. Come on, what are the chances? I feel like she capped. I feel like that's what she told the police. Nigga, what are the chances you give a nigga 1 gram of heroin one time and they happen to die? Nah, she had to be serving that shit, bro.
Was treating overdoses like murder. And so they raided my apartment the next day and charged me with drug delivery resulting in death.
And she cried.
For my best friend's death. And against the wishes of his family, who repeatedly tried to get them to drop the case. You know, they always say, like, oh, but what about the victim? So in this case, his mom was listed as my victim.
Heroin
and
does
she's going to court.
Crazy shit. Nah, I'm knowing. I'm not.
Justin, how could you do this bullshit to us? You be doing that shit when you not on stream. Is that why every stream you look skinner? A beta doesn't even fucking fit you.
Nigga, y'all think I'm her best friend Justin that died off heroin? Nigga, I'm right here. How could I be her? Nigga, what? LJJC? Okay, bro. Y'all niggas blowing my... I'm done.
And writing a letter on my behalf.
You a clone nigga.
But victims' voices only matter when they align with the punitive interests of the prosecution. So Justin was a criminal while he lived. Jail, jail, prison, prison. And the first time he was ever treated as a victim was after he died. And then all of a sudden they had over $1 million to prosecute and lock us up. But they didn't have money for treatment while he lived.
LLJ forever.
But I feel like it's a cap story.
I had a 2-year-old daughter. And I was approached by my sister, and she told me that she had an opportunity for me to make some money. I would get paid $10,000 for every $40,000 I would withdraw from the bank. I agreed.
Why y'all saying rest in peace? I'm right here.
Because I was naive. What I had to do was open up a bank account, and in turn, she gave it to the people that she was working with. They added my information to a millionaire's account, and they were transferring money from his account into my solo account. I found that out afterward. I didn't know how the money actually got in my account before this. And
you're not the same Justin from last stream.
At the first bank to take out less than $10,000 so that the red flags don't go up. There was 2 men, and they were the drivers driving me and my sister. I also had my 2-year-old daughter with me.
Rest in pepperoni, Justin.
At this point, I didn't even know I was committing a crime. We made it to the second.
I love how he pre-recorded This Is Why We Love You.
At the third bank, I go in and I go to the teller. I give her my ID, and I gave her another slip to take out money. And
I can't even pay attention to the video.
Right away something
how
was
the
wrong.
fuck do y'all miss me, nigga? I'm right here. Stop. Clone, okay.
I saw her reach under the desk, which I'm guessing that's when she pressed the button and she alerted the police. When the bank was swarmed with police officers, I automatically knew that it was for me. Like, I felt it. And I got on the phone. I called my sister right away.
I feel like some of these niggas
in the car.
I heard he has like a million pre-recorded streams for us because he knew his time was coming. Broken heart.
So that night I went to jail, and
if this was a pre-recorded stream, could I do this? Chop's a bitch.
Say fuck I you. Love Perk if they not pre-recorded.
Fuck Perk. It's like he's right in front of me. Okay.
I had a $10,000 bond, and
girl, you know what you was doing.
The guys, but a couple days later, they were knocking at my door. Come to find out, they were trying
Shout out to Elliot for playing this video as a live stream.
You know, like giving them away.
Rest in peace,
Justin. I was the only one ever charged for the crime. It was a huge organized fraud ring. They had over 55 victims. $1.something million was stolen. And I was also a victim because I had no idea what was going on behind the scenes. I was just told.
This clone is so good, BC Justin. You would do the same thing. Hashtag LLJ.
And grand theft.
I started getting in trouble as a younger kid. 9 years old was my first
charge. Now this for sure pre-recorded. The real Justin wouldn't say "fuck me."
Alright, y'all go drive me crazy. I don't think that one was that bad either. She just seemed like a victim. I mean, I
knew if Justin wasn't a little gay, he was taking drugs. We love you, kill crew for life.
So if you're not gay, you take drugs? I'm about to turn TTS off, real talk.
So from the time I hit 10 LLJ. Through 18, I did a decent little chunk here and there. From detention, 16, I got put on state's custody. That's when I started doing drugs.
That's GG, bro.
So I broke my wrist snowboarding at 16 years old and got addicted to pain pills. So from 16, basically till 18 through high school, I was addicted to heroin and opiates. It was constant drug test. Kept getting dirty UAs. I couldn't stay clean and sober. It was just unfamiliar for me. Strangely enough, I have a scar on my right arm, if you may be able to see it. I was one of the first people to get sentenced to get an opiate blocker installed in my arm. 19 years old. I robbed my drug dealer's house. Nothing was exciting in the safe,
even real at this point.
That was the crime that I had committed, was burglary of a dwelling and theft. And at 19 years old, they sentenced me to prison for burglary of a dwelling and theft. Not the amount of time. But yeah, those were my original charges, but it was heavily drug related leading up to that.
Oh,
okay, that's not that. He trying to rob his drug. Oh.
Unreal as shit to play this pre-recorded thing.
Bro, what? You skinwalker, don't touch Gigi. Come on, bro. How you name your cat Gigi? What's wrong with Gigi, bro?
12, moved up, went to the service. Then I got out. Then I ended up being the biggest jewel robber in the United States.
These niggas got the Mr. Clean special, all of their heads shiny as fuck.
So,
bro, shut the fuck up with TTS. I'm trying to listen. I'm dead ass gonna turn it off.
Rob 15, 18.
Could have named her Sophie. Okay, bro. AP, bro.
Million. I was hooked up with organized crime. So, but when I got arrested, with helicopters.
This nigga said he did how much?
The state we had, I had the mayor in my.
Go ahead, waste your points, yo. Go ahead. This shit's off.
Oh, I started young. I started in organized crime at 12. Moved up, went to the service. Then I got out. Then I ended up being the biggest jewel robber in the United States. Robbed 15, 18 million. I was hooked up with organized crime.
18 million?
Robbed 15, 18 million. I was hooked up with organized crime. So, but when I got arrested, but.
Ooh, stop calling me a fucking clone, nigga. I'm right here. What do y'all want me to do, bro? Nigga, I'm not a fucking clone. I'm right fucking here. Clone. How the fuck are y'all spamming clone? Nigga, a twerk? Okay. See. That's where y'all go too far. If I was a clone, how the fuck I'm gonna re-chat? Are y'all fucking dumb? Are y'all retarded? Okay, bro. Alright. Twerk if you're real. Okay. Good one, bro. Y'all are so funny. Like, literally no one's laughing.
Helicopters. And it was fed because the state I had the mayor in my pocket. and we had the whole town who couldn't touch us. These were daytime robberies. I would go into the store, I would tie everybody up. I was, a professional. Knew who was coming, who was going, the cops were coming, everything. The people we had, boom, team, take them down, boom, tag. We never gagged anyone because we don't want to murder anybody because if they puke, they die. So we didn't do that. So after, we got them in there. I mean, it was a robbery. I had dynamite and everything, but thank God we didn't use it.
Okay, this nigga's the worst one. He robbed 18 million. He going in broad daylight robbing stores with dynamite. Put him number one.
Nab somebody, but we didn't because that's no statute of limitation on that crime. And then even crazier, after that.
No wonder this nigga got RICO. He stole 18 mil.
So when I go away, while I'm in there, I get charged with another crime for protecting somebody. And then after that, got out, been all over.
Whew, that conversation was so interesting. It reminds me of that unfortunate time that Billy Red has unicycled to a total glass. You can say when you spend all your
I lived in with my mom. I had 4 sisters. I'm the only boy. Through the drug game early, about 15, 16 years old. I lived in with my mom. I had 4 sisters. I'm the only boy.
Go shirtless if you're real.
Struggle all her life trying to take care of 5 kids by myself. So when I was in the streets hanging out, like the drug game was easy. You just stand in the corner hanging out. So I'm hanging out with them, but I ain't making no money. So I decided.
Y'all niggas stop telling me to take my shirt off. That ass. Come on. 18 mil is a calm Balenci piece.
I'm gonna start hustling along with him. Then we started hustling, we started making money, and we started getting good at it. And we just got more into the game, from weed to serving cakes, cocaine, then crack. So with that came.
So he was really on that snowfall shit.
A month after I got out of prison, I got locked up for a drug case previously. Then I bailed myself out. Then when my friends got murdered, when he got murdered, I didn't get no therapy for it, nothing like that. So I was kind of traumatized by it, and I was angry, I was hurt. And I had a mindset of that somebody else in my friends would get killed, or my family. So I was dealing with that kind of issue, and then we got into another issue with some other guys at a skating ring where we got into a shootout. I wound up killing one of the guys who was shooting at us, and was on a run for like 3 weeks. Then I got locked up. And when I got locked up, I was charged with a slew of charges. But they gave us the 5 charges, and then I was sent to jail at 19 years old.
At 19, this nigga caught a body? Yeah.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna switch his aim. Yeah, you have to switch. That's kind of good. The car accident was just him being intoxicated. The scratch on his front leg, something that he kind of fixed on himself trying to get out. So I don't think he was responsible for that, but he got charged for it.
I can make the argument with these two still.
All right, bro. Yeah, these niggas are top 2. I think he worse. He the worst because he caught a body. 18 mil in robbery is crazy. I think, yeah, she might be worse because her man's is dead. She was like unwillingly doing fraud, I guess, if we were believing their stories. And then he robbed somebody. Yeah, I'll put him here. I think that's valid, Liz.
Oh, because there was a death involved. You kind of knew something was fishy, obviously. Nobody just gives people 10 grand. And yours was not willfully like, hey, I want to hurt my best friend. Obviously, no, but the result was your best friend died.
I would actually switch these 2 down here because the guy you shot was just as likely to have shot you. And there wasn't enough money to come into your community and alleviate poverty, but there was enough money to put you in prison for I don't know how long. So there's unlimited funds to lock people up, but not enough funds to.
Okay, she yapping a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. You could make the argument for these 2, but he dead ass caught a body. I think like you take a life, nigga, you gotta be number 1. He just robbed hella shit.
Lift people up, but just like whether you were the victim or the perpetrator that day was a coin toss. This gentleman traumatized I don't know how many people for life, especially in these particular circumstances where the guy you killed was sort of consenting to the risk. He was shooting at you, right? I would put you at the front.
Interesting argument.
I agree with that. Yeah, I agree because it was self-defense and he tied people up and that is traumatizing.
I didn't hurt anybody during a robbery.
You did. It's our opinion. It's our opinion.
You taking a life? Depends, nigga.
You probably gave someone PTSD.
If a nigga really up that shit at me, I got to. She
100% I did. 100% I did.
So what is that? How many people is that?
But you got to. No, I tied over 100 people. But
okay, go back.
Just tied over 100 people.
Listen, I didn't rob old people.
I won't take a life, but I took a soul. You lucky, you a mod, so I can't.
What I did was wrong. There is a code I live by. I never hurt somebody unless they were in my business. If you were in the drug business, or you were in the loan sharking business, the bookmaking business, then you're fair game.
Or if they were in the jewelry store.
Well, those jewelry stores didn't pay protection. There's a whole thing. Your mom is a whole different animal. How we work.
Because they weren't in.
I'm not saying right. Again, I changed my life.
I don't think you're taking responsibilities for your actions,
especially if they stay in the jewelry business. And now
this nigga might need to be number 1. He tied over 100 niggas up. That's crazy. Pause. No
diddy.
diddy.
They're gonna think it's today the day. It's today the day.
Listen, they couldn't get one person to come testify against me. Not one. You know why?
Because they were scared.
No.
You were in the mob, bro.
Listen, you're wrong. And I'm telling you why, and I mean this. They said, he's a nice guy. I robbed a store in Sarasota, Florida. Great store. Boom. Old people come in. I put them down nicely. I didn't even tie them up.
You tied
no. I was Listen,
done nicely.
I had the two people in the store tied up.
He made a nice bow.
The girl, I used to do it in a suit and all. They buzz, oh, here's people, I'm already robbing it. We went in, took them down. I let them in. I opened my jacket and said, you're in a robbery. The old lady goes, I go, no. You come with me.
Bro, what? How can you be like, what?
I put them in a chair. I put another, no trauma. I said to him, listen to me.
All right, bro. We know who the worst is. I want to see who the worst, who they end up having one, though.
Yeah,
Up to
yes it is.
250K.
He got his money back.
But that's
He
what she
did.
got caught.
Thank you to the FDIC.
I also feel like you need to be up more just because, like, that's some pretty serious criminal activity.
No way they put her behind him. He really didn't do shit. He popped 15 perks on some dumbass shit, but he ain't steal no money. She stole bread.
If you ask me, even if it's just with weed.
All right.
So I'd put you like right after her.
After her? Or
Yeah.
me?
Yeah.
Right.
What?
Yeah. Right there.
They fucked this shit up. He robbed somebody. He was just selling. Well, he did say he had like hundreds of pounds or some shit. Where is Gabe? Gabe in his room, gang.
Hello.
Fuck it.
Yes, no.
In 7th place, we have Zane with a short sentence. In 6th place, we have Dallas.
Shit.
In 5th place, we have Morgan.
Damn.
In 4th, Camille. In 3rd, we have Will.
Damn, this nigga did less time for killing a nigga.
In 2nd, we have Larry. And in 1st, we have Richard.
I guess the old nigga served the
For
most time.
DUI with injury, I was sentenced to 2 years without a license, 3 months of rehab, and 3 months of DUI classes.
For burglary of a dwelling and theft, I was sentenced to 0 to 5 years in state prison.
Because of mitigating circumstances, I was pled down to conspiracy to distribute heroin and sentenced to 5 years.
For organized fraud and grand theft, I was sentenced to 6 years in state prison.
For murder in the 3rd degree, I was sentenced to 15 to 30 years.
Damn.
For RICO, organized crime, and Hobbs Act robbery, I was sentenced to 4 12-year sentences.
I was
Damn.
charged with conspiracy to trafficking, and racketeering for cannabis, and I was sentenced to 98 years
Okay.
on a reverse thing.
Am I tripping? 98 years, nigga? 98 fucking years? How the fuck he get out? He must have been sucking the niggas in there in the jail dick or some shit. Get out of there. Appearance ranking, this shit was still racist to me until I heard he murdered somebody. Alright. Fuck it.
Let's share with each other how much time you guys actually served.
I spent 5 days in jail.
Between juvenile, detention, wilderness, foster care, all that stuff included, jail, detention,
Niggas
all that
older
stuff.
than Gabe.
The longest one-time
Richard
stretch I
Lawyer
did
was
in prison was
keying.
18 months, but I've done roughly 5 years total. They sentenced me to 18 months contingent.
I wanna know how
completion of
much the
whole
old
program,
nigga
which was
served.
like a drug-related program. I completed that program, got out, and was still a drug addict. Picked up more charges after, and luckily they sent me to, it's called drug court. And that's where I found like Alcoholics Anonymous, Narcotics Anonymous. It's where I got long-term sobriety and went through a rehab program in southern Utah. And next month I'll have 15 years of sobriety. So that's,
Hey, congrats,
that's
bro.
what it was all about.
I served 4.5 years. They gave me a much lower sentence. I was able to beat the drug delivery resulting in death because the prosecutor said I did not meet the typical definition of a drug dealer. And again, because
You're not going. Wait, what?
because the prosecutor said I did not meet the typical definition of a drug dealer. And again, because my friend's mom was opposing the prosecution, they sort of dropped it to the minimum that they could without making it look like there was extreme sentencing disparities.
I served 4.5 years.
Damn.
I got out on probation, violated my probation. I got sent back and did around 9 months.
I was sentenced to 15 to 30 years, but I wound up getting 10 years suspended for conspiracy, and I served 10 to 20 years. 10 years in prison, 10 years on the street.
I ended up doing
That's tough.
4 12s duty. You have to do the 12 because I lost good time. Total 14 and a half years
Damn.
with 12 straight on the Fed bid. Man, my time in prison was pretty wild because I spent 3 years in the hole, over a year straight in the hole. I was abused, strapped down naked, beaten, peed on by guards, all documented, and that's for all fighting the abuses of prison. Had a rough time, but I did quit, got my law degree, and now I help a lot of people.
I've spent 32.
This nigga just say he got beat up, pissed on? Oh, hell no. I can't go to no jail like that. Niggas start pissing on me, crashing out.
Calendars day for day before I got out.
32 years.
32 years.
Maximum security prison. I'm the longest serving nonviolent inmate in the history of this country. They couldn't have gave me any more time. When they said that to me, I was like, I looked over at my lawyer and I said,
32 years and he
serious,
didn't. They said that's the longest serving non-violent inmate. Bro, he didn't do shit. All he did was move weed. 32 years? That's more than killing a nigga? Come on, bro.
He said, don't say a word about it.
For weed?
We'll get you back. It's an illegal sentence, da-da-da-da-da-da. Meanwhile, make a long story short, I spent 32 calendars.
You feel like your crime matched your sentence?
For me personally, I did do what I did. I take accountability for it, and I did 18 months, which at the time was a lifetime when I was 19 years old, but it was expected. That was the life I was living at the time, so it's like I don't feel bad about the amount of time that I received for it. I felt it was somewhat fitting.
I get where you do time. We all do time. I probably got away with more than I did. But, when you see pedophiles get very little time, I think that the sentencing disparities, I'm not saying that it was wrong. I deserve to be in prison. I'm one of them. But a lot of people did not deserve to do the time they did, or the length of time they did,
That's
obviously. So there's a lot of disparities there. So, but I
32 years of your life, nigga. That's a whole lifetime.
I got a great break from not getting that time or getting life in prison, because I thought I would get life in prison. A few of my friends were getting life for lesser crimes. Or just
niggas
have a
yapping.
to murder.
Let's let him. It's almost done.
As someone who struggled with addiction, for all those overdoses I had, where Justin technically is the one who sold me the dope, even if it was just like middlemaning, to think that if I would have died, he could have been charged with that, that makes me sick. But for my 5-year sentence for what I was charged with, because that carries a 20-year mandatory minimum, and if I was black, I would still be in prison. So I cannot be mad about my
that's real though.
5 years when people all across this country are serving way longer sentences when they're charged with that.
I'm really sick of burying my friends,
That's real
and it seems like right now we wait for an overdose to
she real for that.
so we can punish someone instead of preventing it, because
R.I.P. Justin. Okay, bro. Okay, y'all stop with the
overdoses. And it's not sending people to prison, but that's still like the go-to thing that the government is doing. It makes me mad that we can spend millions of dollars either putting people in jail or prison for possession. My charge, which is users most often, it's not like kingpins like it was intended, it's just users, and putting people in prison for 20 years. When if you think about it, like that much money, if we invested that in treatment, in harm reduction, we could be saving.
That's real. The jail system is fucked.
We still have some of the highest crime rate out of any wealthy country in the world.
Not only the highest crime rate, we have the highest prison incarceration rate, rate per capita or not per capita, actual straight numbers. Most states are past most of these countries. States in the United States have more people incarcerated than these countries. So we can go, and we know it's not working because our recidivism rate is high and our crime rates are high. So why don't we do it? And let's get to that.
Let's get EP.
Big crime.
You don't got notice on gang?
They're all making money, private prisons. It's a big thing. How many jobs are involved? It's all a bunch of bullshit.
I think, for the time that I done for the crime, the time was ridiculous.
Yeah, for sure.
They have to make adjustments in this country. There's no doubt about it. It's out of control, and there's so many people still in prison. For the crime that I was in prison for a nonviolent cannabis charge. There's over 50,000 people in prison right now that need to come home.
I'm not gonna lie, they need a ban. They need to free all the niggas who got locked up for weed, bro. For weed, nigga.
Nonviolent cannabis charge? Something that doesn't hurt people, it only makes them feel better. They got a pain in their foot, or they got a headache, or they want to just relax. It's really quite incredible.
Can you talk about how you got out early?
The Last Prisoners Project found out about me through my daughter and my son.
Oh shit. Them niggas actually have to help this nigga get out.
My nephew, they got in touch with me, and within 2 months I was home.
Wow.
And I was facing the rest of my life in prison. The bottom line is, they let me out because they were afraid of what would happen, because the media got a hold of it. All the politicians were already getting in line to see how they could get their hands in it, and that's more or less, they didn't want the media
That's so fucked. That's the second they find out they're gonna get exposed, they free, bro? Nah, that's fucked.
Fast it happened. I mean, it was like, you gotta be kidding, I'm going home?
What are you doing now?
Now I'm in the cannabis business in the state of Florida. Cannabis.
Okay, come on, bro. Nigga said now I'm in the cannabis business. Come on, bro. You ain't learn your lesson.
Buds and pre-rolls. I'm looking to, I'm expanding as we're speaking right now.
I've got like just a thought, I guess. I've been out of prison for 17 years now. It feels like it was yesterday. I called my dad the other day. I'm like, I've been out for 17 years. It's crazy. I went when I was 19. My life today, the people that know me today, they would have no clue if they watch this and they're like, what? My solar guy is a prisoner? What the? Like, no way. So like, people can change, things get different. My life today is significantly different than what it was back in the, when I was actively involved in criminal behavior. But yeah, life gets better. Everyone can make that change. So that's kind of the message I want to throw out.
This was a super thing today. This was special. I'll put this.
Hey, that was a good video. I'm not gonna lie. We actually watched that whole thing. That was a good Jubilee video, bro. Those crimes, I didn't think the crimes would be that crazy. Usually when they have niggas, it's like some petty shit. But they had niggas with fucking racketeering, Ricos, all type shit. What the fuck? Yo, what's good, Kizo? That was a good video, bro.
What the fuck wrong with your bitch? My nigga keep testing me. She tryna fuck, nympho. I put that shit on the bros. You like it was that, you know it's the 5.